Warning, this podcast will contain wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey spoilers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Doctor Who Season 9, Episode 7, The Zygon Invasion. I'm your host, Cleo, and with me I have Rachel.
Hello.
And Erica. So, this was an interesting episode. What did you guys think of it?
It went back to the whole people asking what happened now that the Zygons are, on Earth for the 50th anniversary. So they're answering it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It seemed like more like an episode of Torchwood than it did Doctor Who.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
Probably
I like how he went back to he was like, "You still have the presidential jet." I thought you didn't want to be president of the world. Well, I don't, but it's a jet.
Yeah, I like flying around in this thing.
Yeah.
I like the perks.
You liked being fancy.
The Doctor also has got this rule against taking the TARDIS around where it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just TARDIS is just kind of parked somewhere, and
That's part.
he's on the plane.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's been this season, where we haven't really seen them flying her around places. It's just they get there and,
Yeah.
And
it adds to more
sit
of the
tight.
story.
Or they travel 2 days away from it and
Yeah.
have to trek back. But I think Osgood was the shining gem in this episode.
I love the fact they're doing a nod to both the 4th and the 5th Doctor. It was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Each of them was cosplaying a different Doctor.
Yeah.
you need to start wearing question marks. I do wear question marks. I have question mark underwear.
Yeah. That was like
Funny.
So it makes you wonder what else he wears, from episode to
So
Doctor.
what's the
Yeah, that's
question?
true. Maybe he's got celery somewhere in there too.
You never know. He always pulls anything out of his pocket. You never know.
What was it Tennant said about pulling off a decorative vegetable? Not many people can pull off a decorative vegetable.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite lines.
I also love when, he's like, I'm stalking the most dangerous creatures, and there's a bunch of kids. I'm like, yes, that is so true.
I knew the girls were not just
Yeah.
children. But it was just like it just looks like he's a creepy man stalking two little girls
Yeah.
from
It's
an
just-
outside perspective.
Yeah. But it's like, yes, children are the most dangerous creatures.
You're not wrong about
No.
that one either. Oh, excuse
I
me.
just love the fact, and then he went up to him. He's like, I know you guys are very blobby. You blobs. And I'm like, that's a new one. I'm going to use that word now, blobby.
Blobby. You're very blobby. They're not really blobby. They've just got suction cups.
They're weird. They're aliens.
Yeah.
So,
There's something about the way the actor that portrayed them was moving his lips. I'm like, some other actor playing some other monster or alien on Doctor Who has done that over expression when they're talking.
mhm.
I can't remember what it was for. It was driving me crazy.
Yeah, every doctor has at least one time where they're just over explaining something. And I found most of the time, I don't know, I think number 11, he did a lot of over explaining things.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I was talking about the guy, whoever played the Zygons.
Mm,
The way they were
yeah.
talking.
I couldn't stop watching their lips when they talked.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. The way that the lips reminded me of some other alien from Doctor
I don't
Who.
know, their teeth, they're out. I just kept going that is so weird. How I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was very strange. This whole episode was kind of are they real? Are they fake? No, wait a minute. That, the whole entire time.
But
So
I
it
think the
kept you
point is that
guessing.
they're all real. They're all people. They're not all human.
Human.
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
doctor said that. Especially, I'm surprised he didn't slap that woman that kept calling them things. I know I would have slapped her.
Not the
She
doctor
was
style.
getting on my fucking nerves. I would have taken the gun away from her and smacked her with it.
I know. It's like, well, now we know that they don't need the original. We didn't know before that they could do, once they have it in their memory, they can read the person's memory and project
So,
it. We
like-
didn't know that, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that's an adaptation that they recently just started doing, and then like the next generation of Zygons that are on Earth. You know what I mean?
They're animorphs now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I found a lot of things like creepy when they, like the kid on the stairs. I can't find my mommy and daddy, and I was like,
That
oh,
poor
that kid's
kid.
creepy. But at first I thought he was. I
Oh,
thought
no.
he was one because he was kind of creepy.
No,
And then-
I think he was in the empty house or had like seen his parents get abducted and then like
No,
was
I
like,
think-
I'm not staying in this house by myself.
No, I think
Why?
that that his parents turned. They were copied, and they were there, and he was like, "You are not my parents. I'm
Oh,
getting
yeah.
out." Like
Yeah.
that's what he said. He says, "I can't find them."
Mhm.
Because he knew those were not his parents.
Yeah.
So I
Which
think
is-
kids can sense it better than adults can, which is kind of a, maybe that's the way they're going to sense who's what.
Probably. Speaking of which, nobody noticed that Clara wasn't Clara.
I don't know. I had an inkling when it first happened that maybe something happened in
Mm,
in
yeah.
the apartment, but wasn't quite sure.
Yeah. I started to think something was up when they were down in the, like, she was acting weird.
Mhm.
Like, sort of not like Clara, but then this whole season, Clara's been weird.
Not like
You know what
Clara.
I mean? She's not, I feel like she's been fluxing in personality this season for obvious reasons. Like,
Mhm.
it makes complete sense, but yeah. So at first I was like, oh, is this just Clara being no personality Clara?
Well, they need them around for a while until they get all the information they need.
Yeah.
Just like when that guy's mom came out of the church. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember the name you tell me. Why does it matter? I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
The
thing
fact
about that scene that got me really confused was like, Doctor, you're there. You wanted to talk to them. Why
Mhm.
aren't you just going to talk to them?
I don't know. Maybe I think he was just like, well, they want to do it their way. Let's let them do it their way and see how far they get.
When has the Doctor ever just let Unit do their way?
I don't know. This general was, I don't know. I think
Maybe
he
the
was just,
No, Doctor's not human. I was gonna say maybe the Doctor's a Zygon, but Doctor's not human.
No, I don't know. Maybe he's just like, maybe he can't figure it out yet himself. So he's just like, okay, do what you need to do, and I'll figure it out when I can.
I don't know, but just to
And
me,
if
I'm
you
like,
guys are
oh,
stupid enough to fall for this, then you guys deserve to be a pile of yarn or whatever it was.
it was a pile of hair and like,
I don't know.
It's
It looked like
stuff-
something the cat. Coughed
yeah,
up.
or like the owls
Yeah.
hack up after they digest the mouse.
Yeah, it's like these are giant hairballs. That's what they are. They're giant cats.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it is weird. It's like, well, it was like the second. It's like they had the Zygon treaty, and everything was fine, and then they started making babies, and and then that generation decided we don't want to hide, we don't want to morph, we don't want to, So, like I said, it's like that. It's a new generation.
Mhm.
That's
They're acting out their teenage angst.
yes, they are. They're rebellious teenagers.
It's
So
they,
it's gonna
they,
suck.
they talked about how that's the what the race does. They go to a planet, they emulate the people, and they just live out their life. And now these emo teenagers aren't wanting to do that. They're wanting to
No.
be the big sponge monsters with the suction cups everywhere, and that's it.
They want to be blobby and cough up fur balls.
Yeah. But are they eating the people?
No.
I mean, they kind
I
of
don't know what.
zap them.
I don't know what
what's
they're
happening.
eating. I don't know if like you could take the fur balls and if they can repersonalize them. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Are they actually dead, or are they just
Well, it definitely seems like
condensed?
they're keeping some of them alive, cocooned under London, but yeah, what are those things they're leaving behind besides like a really shitty wig and some goop?
Yeah.
Right.
I love when the doctor was on the like their computer thing touching it. She's like, are you do you need to be alone?
And yeah.
And then at one time he goes, yeah, I was a Zygon once. So he obviously went, I don't know. That's really weird. I don't know if he regenerated a Zygon or maybe I don't know. But that I was like, what? But anyways, he was touching, feeling that thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird though. You kind of did get that feeling that you're interrupting something a little private.
Yeah. Kind of like when he's in the zone with the TARDIS. You two need to be left alone.
Do you need a hotel room or something? Because I can leave.
So I think a really big part of this episode was is the Osgood that's left Zygon or human? And does that matter?
It doesn't matter. I think it's the Zygon because isn't the original? She wore the Fourth Doctor unless she decided to change, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this time. What she said, they're both human and Zygon, and they won't say. And they became sisters. They became one in the same.
They won't say on the show, but when I pulled up on the website to go watch the show, they said that's the human.
Okay.
So
that's what the doctor guessed as well.
Yeah.
Usually,
but it's just like I don't think it really matters because they're not going to tell.
Huh?
It's it doesn't matter anymore. She's they both grew close together, and then when the Zygon one was killed, they like drove them mad because they were linked together.
Psychically linked. Well, when we found out that they don't need the original anymore as long as they have the memories and stuff like that. That's when we found that out. When she was like, if she was the original, you would have turned back into the Zygon. And she's like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't happen like that anymore. Things change.
I think that's just her trying to keep the secret still.
It might be. Maybe that's why they're keeping those people down there alive still in the cocoons, because if those get killed, well, then why would Clara want them to kill him? Because if they kill them, then they turn into the Zygons again, and they can't infiltrate what they need to.
Yeah.
Because they're wanting to have a mass reveal.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Did anyone didn't look it up, but on the computer it said Sapphire. I don't know if that's like an operating system that the Zygons use or.
Sapphire?
Mm-hmm. And I haven't time to look it up and figure it out or anything, but I just noticed something.
Was that the Zygon's name that is impersonating Clara?
No.
Because I know she said what her name was.
It starts with a B, I think. Like,
okay. Right.
It's like Boogie or Buddy or something like that. Boogie. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just.
Art maker.
Yeah. And Walsh, is that her name? The blonde general?
Yeah.
There was two of them. Where's the other one?
Assimilated?
I don't know. There was two of them too.
Yeah, you're right.
And we only saw one. So is the one that, So is that a Zygon too, or is that we don't know?
I don't know because I guess we'll find out next episode. She's in the town in New Mexico.
Yeah.
With a Zygon, which sounds like that was a young Zygon because she
Mm-hmm.
said
was
she
a
got
young.
left.
Yeah.
No one.
But yeah, it's so. And then we don't know who shot who or who got the upper hand in that one either. Just all of a sudden, because if it is the Zygon Walsh, then she could do that and just kind of play along, saying, "Yeah, no, this place is good,"
Yeah.
And infiltrate in a different way. So
Mhm.
we'll have to find it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
I
have to
can't
find out.
put my finger on it. What like turned me off on this episode? Just
It was very slow going, and I don't know. It was very slow. The one person I did really like was the lady that was with Clara. She seemed kind of, I don't know. At first, I thought maybe she was one, but I don't know. She just seemed.
because she's the tech, like stay in the control room
Yeah,
kind of
true.
person, and she gets left to go into the field. I think she's not a field agent at
Yeah, I
all.
don't know. She was just kind of weird to me. I just felt like she didn't fit, and so it threw me off.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't supposed to fit because she was really leaning on Clara, not Clara, to
Yeah.
to do the stuff they were doing, and yeah, that ended up getting led into a trap because
If
she wasn't confident enough.
no, I don't know. There's just some things. I think it is just the whole not knowing what's going, because it's a build up kind of one, because they got the second one. The second one's going to be the reveal and everything. But this one's kind of like introducing you to different things, setting it up for next episode. So it was kind of slow and kind of like disjointed a little bit.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know. It was just seemed to me like the Doctor wasn't active. Like he didn't do anything but get on a plane and say he was going to negotiate, never actually negotiated.
Well, I think he was going to talk to them, but they left through the tunnels.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just felt just like he didn't know exactly what to do. I think he doesn't know what to do yet because, they've never done this before. They've never decided to have war. They've just been kind of, they're peaceful, not peaceful kind of aliens.
Yeah.
I
mean, they set up the treaty.
Mm-hmm.
And they even set up like an just in case of nightmare scenario.
Yep. I feel safe.
Expected to use it.
Oh, probably not. And then he took the gas that unit made.
That the Doctor took away from them. Because no, you do not get genocide gas. No.
Yeah, she's like, well, we all know. Well, now that we know, at that point that wasn't Clara, that was Zygon Clara, and she was trying to figure out where it is. So now that she knows where it is, that
was the moment where I was like, why would Clara even ask that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why would she even care?
Yeah.
She's like, some guy in the TARDIS took it.
Yeah.
Just some guy.
Just some guy,
Flies around the blue box took it.
That what they call the Osgood box. That the genocide gas in it.
I bet you it probably does.
Yeah.
It's probably not in the TARDIS anymore because she said that was the final solution. The absolute worst case scenario.
Yeah. So she has it somewhere, and of course, with the promos I saw, they, Clara finds it. But
I don't think that's what's in the box. I think if the Doctor had the genocide gas, he would have destroyed it. Like he wouldn't have let
he might have
commit genocide hang around.
Well, it might not be the actual gas, but they did say it was the gas, the plans, the formulas, everything.
Yeah.
So it'd just be like, here's how to make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Osgoods would have gone along with putting that in the box. Since they're like, they represent human end Zygon, I don't think they would want something that would, destroy part of themselves.
Yeah. So who knows what's in it? I don't even know if they, did they even know what's in it? Or is it a sealed box?
That's a good question.
Do they even know what's in it?
Because they said, in case we're dead, you know?
In case we're dead.
Now you know, kind of it. I really liked that video in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Having them talking.
We'll find out. I mean, they finally, you know, I mean, they kind of told us now what happened, you know, like when the other Osgood died. Now we know what happened. And with the Zygotes, you know, now we know what happened. It's kind of like the 5th anniversary and the first meeting of Missy kind of helped, you know, kind of tied some loose ends that people were having. But it was kind of just disjointed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like going from one place to another. It wasn't like a horrible episode. It could have been better.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think that maybe what's in the box is something that maybe similar to the gas. Maybe the Doctor used like the basis of the gas to make something that would change the Zygons to just be
Zygons. Take them out of their shapeshifter.
Yeah. Get them stuck in human form.
Oh yeah. Then they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Except live their life.
Exactly. I don't know. I see like some sort of peaceful solution. Like not so peaceful, obviously, because what's a Doctor Who episode?
Not necessarily a peaceful end, but a compromise end, kind of like what it was before. The treaty was a compromise because they made them, well, all 3 of them made them forget if they were the real or the fake or the Zygon. So
or maybe that it's something that makes that permanent.
Maybe. So I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, this is actually one of those episodes. There's like, you know, we'll find out. You know, we'll find out next episode. This is very much a setup episode.
Yes.
Which usually are pretty boring. Because they're trying to set up everything for the next episode. All the exciting stuff next time. God.
What was that, Erica?
I said all the exposition, none of the plot.
Yes. Well, there's still plot, but yeah.
We got the roundabout.
Slower progression of plot.
Yeah.
But next week is the Zygon inversion. Shape-shifting Zygons are everywhere in the UK, and there's no way of knowing who to trust. Uh-oh. I'm wondering if the Doctor's going to figure it out on his own.
He might. They might have, I don't know. I don't know what the Zygon anatomy is. Do they have like maybe 2 stomachs and you could figure that out? Because they still have 2 stomachs even though they're looking like a human, so you'll be able to tell. We don't know.
Yeah.
Blood tests, yeah.
Blood tests.
Oh no. Don't turn this into Heroes 2. We're going to have too much of that.
Get one of those things they had at the Eiffel Tower where you just stick your arm
Yeah.
in it.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Savannah17 on Twitter and at Savannah on Twitch.
Erica.
Pretty much everywhere. Erica Rain 7.
And you can find me at Cleomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cleomoto. And you can find all of us at ASO TV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week, bye-bye. Pikachu.